I'll get you up here. Hey, let's go. Come on up, ma'am. What do you got to say?
To what she was talking about birth certificates for so-called FBA, right?
So-called ain't no so-called. Ain't no so-called. We're foundational, ma'am.
Okay, so for FBA, we can get to the FBA. We can get to that.
Right.
So
And guys,
because
are you South African too?
no, I'm actually so-called FBA. In your eyes, I would be FBA
No,
because you
you're not.
denounce.
No, you're not, ma'am. You have an accent. You have an East African accent. Where are you from? Where are you from, ma'am? Let's not do that.
Wait, don't mute me. Let me answer you respectfully.
Yeah. Where are you
Right?
from? Where are you from? Because you
I'm
already
from
started lying.
Texas. My real name is Keisha, but I've lived in
No,
Africa for long.
ma'am, you're not
Yes.
FBA.
I descend from chattel slavery, sir, just
No,
like
you
you.
don't. No, you don't.
Okay, so I just told you my name is Keisha, so you're gonna get past this?
No, because you're not from our lineage, ma'am.
I am.
You're East
I'm
African,
from.
ma'am.
I
You're East
am. I'm
African,
from.
ma'am. We know what we sound
Oh,
like.
Jesus freaking Christ, bro.
Ma'am, we know what we sound like. You're not foundational Black America.
Literally
So you coming in lying. You lying already.
live in Africa. So
You're
I'm
from
African
there.
American.
Yeah, you don't get an accent when you move over
See
there. It
my
don't work like that.
passport.
You don't just go to Africa. It don't work like that. Why are you ashamed to say where you're from?
What? Everybody knows me on this app.
Why are you ashamed to say where you're from?
Anybody who knows me in here, am I not African American? Everybody knows me here, sir.
Ma'am, you come from an immigrant background.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I do not. My great
Okay,
grandmother.
okay. I'm not gonna sit here. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here with no lying tethers now. All right. I'm not. No, we're not doing that. That woman has a damn accent. No, got these delusions of grandeur. Nobody knows you. Y'all want to be recognized so bad, and that's where a lot of this jealousy comes from. Everybody knows me. I am FBA. I eat chicken and greens. No, you no. These people have a complex about not being recognized. This woman is clearly African, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, you're coming up lying and all that old stuff. These people are clout chasing. Y'all let way too much foolery go on these TikTok streets. Y'all let way too much foolery. Yeah, that's the thing. I think playing as us so long, they're mad because now we recognize who they are and they can't cosplay no more. And they get offended by that. Yeah? Somebody says she's African American. She could be. Not foundational, though. We call tethering. That's called tethering. All right? So everybody, they say she's a known TikTok tether. Okay, there we go. I'm not surprised. All right, let's get some more people in here. Who is this? Hold on. Let me see. Let's get Fanta. Somebody named Fanta in here. Let's get Fanta in here. Everybody hop on in with it.
Well, I appreciate that.
I have an accent.
Okay. You do? Where you from? Where you from, Fanta?
I'm from Liberia.
There you go. So what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is I think we are the same people. We shouldn't discriminate one another.
Who's discriminating?
You
How?
talking about African people hate the Black American. That is not true.
Not all of you. Not all of you. Some do. Not all, but some do.
Okay. I work with a lot of, as I'm sitting down right now, I'm working with a lot of Black American. We are friends. We are sisters. We work together. We love one another. So I
Me
think
too.
that,
Same thing with me. I've helped so many people in Africa. I have a lot of friends in Africa all over the continent.
okay, I think that we should be united among ourselves. And you shouldn't let one person do something, everybody.
Nobody's discriminating against you, ma'am. I haven't held you back from anything.
Okay. So I want you to just say,
Okay, thank you. There's too much going on over there. Yeah, they over there fighting over some bushmeat. It's too much going on in the background. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get some more people. It's just too much going on. I'm trying to listen and I heard there's somebody back there hitting somebody with a chicken bone. It's too much going on back there. Damn. Okay. Somebody said it's too much. Some, it's too much going on. I'm trying to talk to you, but what are they? They're in a bootleg braiding shop. What are they doing? Give me the weave. Give me the bundles. Give me the string so I can sew in the weave. They're in there fighting over sewing kits. I don't know what they're doing in there. There's too much going on in the background. I don't know what's happening in there. Oh man, y'all give me some likes. Y'all throw some gifts up in there, family. I'm loving it. I love it up in here. It's a vibe. Shout out to you guys. It's a vibe. Wait, you said I'm broke? That's why I'm on TikTok. What kind of projection is that? Tethers, y'all love projecting your poverty on the people. Why y'all tethers love projecting your poverty? You need money like me. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm on TikTok because every time I come over here, I get a bunch of views. Yeah, I can't help because I'm popular. Damn. All right. I'll hop on here because, hell, I'd had this account for the longest. Dude, y'all pocket tethers love trying to pocket watch us. Y'all hate that you're not successful in nothing. Y'all really hate that you ain't successful at nothing. And we foundational Black Americans, we get success by accident. That's how thorough we are. And that bothers the tether class. That bothers you, don't it, Junior or JR, whatever your name is?
Hello.
Hey, Mama Africa.
Hey, Tariq, how far?
I am good. How are you, ma'am?
I want to ask you a question regarding the lineage.
Yes, ma'am.
When you said the FBA is a lineage, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
What year does it stop? Like, what year does it have to be like stop? Is it forever? Is it since slavery? Or what year is that?
What year does it stop?
Yeah.
I don't. What does that mean?
Well, I was asking for the people that are in, I don't know if you know about Sierra Leone and Liberia. So the slave people that return back to those countries, to Sierra Leone and Liberia, those.
Now, let's get some history straight here. All right.
Okay.
Number one, enslaved people did not go to Liberia.
I mean, not enslaved people.
Right, free. They said some free blacks, only a small number, because a lot of them came from the Caribbean, a handful from here, also from other parts of Africa. They went to Liberia. Another thing, many of them died off because they were not used to the diseases there. Fraction of us who went over there, and the ones who went over there in the 1800s, they too had an ethnogenesis. If you go somewhere and you're there for centuries, you're going to have an ethnogenesis, and you're going to be a part of whatever lineage or ethnic group over there. So Liberians who are there now, they're not of the same nationality now because they have to immigrate here now. You just can't come here willy-nilly now. You now have to immigrate over here. So we have to understand how lineage, ethnicity, and nationality works. Foundational Black Americans, we are the only group that has had the longest continuity here on this land as an ethnic group. We've been here longer than everybody with a continuous lineage. So that makes us very unique.
Okay.
So when we get into the stuff about the Liberian and all, way of people trying to get into our lineage, and that doesn't work.
No. I'm just asking you a question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to know. So basically, those people will not consider FBA.
No, they're not.
Okay. And I want to ask you another question. You talk about people being indigenous to the America, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those people, do they come from Africa? Were they already here prior to colonization, or what is the history of them?
Now, according to my studies, everybody came from Africa at one point. Now, you have some people on here saying, "No, I'm from the Narnia Indians, and I ain't never been to Africa." Okay, well, my studies show that everybody came from Africa at one point, according to my studies. And if they got some other shit, that's on them. But everybody came from Africa
prior to colonization.
Yeah, somebody asked me this yesterday. There was a bunch of different tribes with black skinned tribes over here with different names. You had the Washitas, you had the Yamasees, the Shinnecock, the Lumbees. You had different tribes over here with the Negroid phenotype. So it was a whole bunch of them.
Okay, so you think they from Africa? They came from Africa, right? Is that
They
what you think?
at one point, yeah.
Okay, all right. And last question. I wanted to know that what would you give your? Because I'm seeing a lot
Let
of
me ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask you this.
right.
When do somebody stop being African?
I mean, there are some people who like, we don't have any African, we know, even the foundation, they're like, I understand that you guys are not African. Hold on,
Ma'am,
Tarish. I understand that you guys are not African because you guys have been here for a long time, right? So I understand that. But to say that you don't have an African blood or you don't have an African, you're not an African descendant, sometimes I'm like,
man. Okay, when do we stop being African then?
you never stop being African.
So how
Well,
come y'all don't go to Jamaicans with this? Y'all don't go telling them and forcing them to claim
you
Africa. You don't do that to Haitians. You don't do that to Trinidadians. You don't do that to Puerto Ricans. You don't do that to the Colombians. You don't do that to Mexicans. Mexico was a slave colony, by the way. Y'all don't do that to nobody else but foundational Black Americans.
No, we do that to everyone.
No,
And you
you
don't
don't. No, y'all,
the
y'all
reason
never.
why you never
No,
stop
no,
in
no,
Africa because
no,
you
no, no,
carry
no, no, no,
that
no,
blood in
no,
you.
no, ma'am. Y'all never do that to other groups. And we've been over here longer than some of these other groups. Y'all never go to other groups. You don't go to Brazilians and force them to say you're Afro-Brazilian. You don't do that to no other group. Y'all only
But
do that to
Tariq,
foundational Black Americans because people have exploited us.
no,
People,
Tariq,
man,
if
people.
you
Okay.
see people like Brazil, right? If you go to Brazil, there are still a practice of Africans in Brazil, even in Jamaica, right? However, when you come to the US, you see people who are denying of their African ancestry, right?
Ma'am, no, most foundational Black Americans actually acknowledge their African lineage. Most of us do.
So why people are saying they are Israelite, they are Egyptian, they are the Moors?
Because there's 43 million people who are foundational Black Americans. So they're going to say 43 million different things, ma'am. That's what happens. Just like over in Africa, they call us Akatas. Not all of them, but enough of them do, right?
Right. Okay.
There you go. Thank you, dear. All right. Good grief. Again, we're not responsible for what random people say. Well, somebody told me that they came from China and he's very black. He's a black Chinese. Okay, I don't know. Ask him. All right, y'all asking these weird, bad, common sense questions. When do we stop being African? When does a group, everybody can recognize their ethnogenesis immediately? They don't force this on Haitians, Jamaicans. You're not all up in their faces forcing them to identify, oh, claim Africa, claim Africa, claim Africa. All right, we don't have a problem. We've bigged up Africa. We don't have a problem with Africa. But we had something. We had an ethnogenesis. Nobody saved us or helped us but us. Over here, we didn't have Mama Africa helping us. Foundational Black Americans had to get everything out of the mud. We didn't have these distant red native tribes helping us either. We had to get it out the mud on our own. We had to come up with a protection survival mechanism as a foundational Black American ethnic group. That's why we ain't got to claim all of these other people. People for what? They weren't claiming us because we weren't getting help from no damn body. Come on now. Who is Gummy? Who is Gummy? What's up, Mr. Gummy?
I'm doing good.
No, what's going on, Mr. Gummy? You from the UK? I hear a UK accent already.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, so I really want to just have a discussion with you about a lot of the misinformation you're spreading. So again, I noticed you kept on saying the word ethnogenesis. I wanted to just ask you a question. I feel like a lot of people say a lot of words that they don't know what it means. So can you really define to your
Slow down. What misinformation did I give? Go. What misinformation did I give? If you say something, don't run. What misinformation?
word wrongly? You
Hold on, Gummy. Another thing, Gummy. Take those T-Moo earphones out. You sound horrible. Can you take the earphones out?
Okay, no problem. On top, keep on deflecting. But
I'm not deflecting.
you're saying word.
Hold on. I'm not deflecting, brother. We have to hear you.
Anyway,
No. Brother, you can't. Brother, I didn't make you get them Timu headphones. I can't hear you. I would like to hear what you have.
oh,
Deflecting. Calm down, brother. You got time?
deflection. Just deflect. But
Nobody's
can you hear
deflecting.
me
I just
properly
want
now?
to hear you. I just want to hear you. Gummy, are you Nigerian?
Doesn't matter where I'm from. It doesn't matter. West African. I'm an I'm a Pan African person. Doesn't matter. I don't
You're
go by
not. Are you
nationality.
Nigerian?
I go by Pan Africans. I don't go by nationality. I stand 10 toes on my peoples.
Are
I'm
you
gonna go by that.
Nigerian? You not, okay, why you're ashamed to name? See, this is the problem. You guys are ashamed of your failed homelands.
The deflection.
No. I'm asking you where you from. You won't even. You're deflecting about where you're from, sir. So you're not
Yeah,
at liberty to talk.
I'm half Nigerian.
Yeah. All right, then say that. Stop being ashamed of your homeland. You're ashamed.
Yeah, you're scared.
I ain't
You're also
ashamed
scared.
of being a foundational Black American. I'm not. I'm very proud of it.
So you're scared.
What?
All right, sir. Can I respond? Also, you're
I'm
scared.
not ashamed
You
of
don't
my
have an
lineage,
national
sir.
dialogue. You obviously,
Okay, no.
you obviously
Let's
embarrass you.
get something straight. No, we don't need goosey babble. We don't need goosey babble here. We don't need goosey babble. I'm not ashamed of my ethnic group.
You don't let me.
I'm not ashamed of my lineage, sir.
Oh,
No.
intelligence.
Calm down. You're not going to just be talking willy-nilly, sir. You're going to have to slow down. Now, what was this about ethnogenesis? What babble are you about to do now? Here we go. Here we go with the goosey babble. Now, what about ethnogenesis? You about to do a lot. Define it for me. Go.
Are you talking? Can I respond now?
Go.
Okay. Because I feel like it's a little bit intellectually obtuse that you want to invite a person upon, but not letting the person talk. Yes, I'm saying you're referring to the word ethnogenesis in a very wrong term. So when it comes to ethnogenesis, the main key factor that involves that definition involves the idea of an ethnic group. So when it comes to the term FBA, that term is not an ethnicity, that term is not a lineage, that term is not a heritage, that term is a made-up organization that used to scam.
Okay, now you lying. Okay, there we go. No, because now you lying. We don't. No, because you're doing the same thing y'all did in your homeland.
Like, what?
You're lying.
Just talking.
Now you're
You're
lying.
obviously scared, so you're scared.
You're lying, sir. There is no organization. There is no organization. You don't get to do I'm a tether. You don't get to do I'm a tether and I say so.
Really? Hold on. So why is it where
No. You don't get to lie because now you're lying. So
you're
now
scared.
you don't get to
So you want to keep on
you
fighting?
don't get to define what our lineage is, sir, and make up some. You just lied.
Not lineage, so it's not lineage. Again, FBA
It
is
is a
monetary.
lineage. You don't get to define what we
So can I
are.
explain to you, sir?
We are a lineage. You're a
I'm
fleeing
an actual
tether.
dialogue. Yeah.
You are a fleeing tether. You don't get to define
So
us.
you're scared.
No. You couldn't even
Actually,
define yourself in your failed homeland,
why
sir.
is it so bad on this?
You could not even define yourself in the failed
Embarrassing.
homeland. You don't get to define us. You don't get to
FBA is
lie.
not lineage.
No. You're not going, sir. You're not going, sir. This is not Hotel Rwanda. You're not going to scream over here, sir. No. No, you don't get to make up a non-existent organization and try to attribute it that. That's you disrespecting our lineage. Let me tell you about these tethers. Let me tell you about these people. They are obsessed with trying to define what we are and what our identity is. That's a sign of cultural disrespect. They think they're going to control the narrative of who we are so they can come over here and control the resources. They think they're going to try to colonize us just like they got colonized. So you think you're going to have the same colonizing on us. When you try to define what our lineage is, and
What do you have to say about FBAs who have like your same talking points and they work secretly with Africans? Like, what do you think about those type of FBAs?
work secretly, or secretly doing what?
Like maybe doing business or anything of the sort. Like if they have
I
your
do.
talking points, do you think that they could still work with Africans?
I work with Africans all the time.
In what capacity?
I do business with them all the time.
Okay, what if it's not business? What if it's like they join with a Puerto Rican? Would you join with an African to take down a Puerto Rican?
What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that?
It's a good question.
Why would I want to take down a Puerto Rican?
Thank you. But let's just say you didn't like Puerto Rican. Would you work with an African to take down a Puerto Rican?
Man, what kind of question is that? Why would I want to take down a Puerto Rican? That makes sense. Why would I want to take down a Puerto Rican?
I agree with you. But let's just say you didn't like one. Would you? My question is, it doesn't Caribbean person. If you had to align,
How do you feel about? Well, then let me ask you this. Are you classified as white? 78% of Puerto Ricans are classified as white. They self-classify as white.
I would never self-classify as white.
Okay. How do you feel about so many people in Puerto Rico doing that?
I understand that the Spaniards, they kind of implemented that on Hispanics, like not just in Puerto Rico, but in every Latino country. It's pretty much a disease of the mind everywhere.
Now, do you claim your Africanness?
My culture is definitely very African. It's Taino and Spaniard, but in its core, it's African. So I know that it's different. With Black Americans, I feel like they created like a new thing, but with like Caribbean people, we held on to a lot of our Africanness.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, this whole thing about taking down a Puerto Rican, that's a very weird talking point.
Yeah, but not just a Caribbean person. Like, would you join forces with an African to try to sabotage or hurt or go against a Caribbean person, or which group of the diaspora do you relate to more?
Well, the thing is that part of foundational Black American culture, we don't go sabotaging other groups. That's the good thing about us. We don't.
Oh.
That's not even in our spirit. In fact, we're the ones who help all these other groups. We're the only people who really help these groups without trying to colonize them. That's why all of that takedown. So y'all, that's kind of a Caribbean thing. Y'all be beefing with each other, and that we're not on that. All we're saying is don't.
So
come
if
over
somebody
here
is doing that and they have like I said, the same talking points as you, you influence a lot of people in the FBA community and in the Black community, I would say in general.
Yeah,
A lot of people
I've
know who you
I've been
are.
around for a long time, so I've influenced a lot of people. I've influenced a lot of the culture for many, many years.
So you're saying it's not natural. It's not natural for a foundational Black American to team up with an African to take down anybody.
We don't do that. We don't think in terms of taking people down. We don't think in terms like that, ma'am. That's not our disposition.
Okay.
We just don't want people coming among us trying to take us down by cosplaying and undermining us. But we don't think in terms like that, man. That's not our spirit. That's what makes us unique, and that makes foundational Black Americans great. We don't undermine people like that. That makes sense?
Yes, I agree. I mean, I agree with you. I've seen something recently, and I was a little bit taken back by it.
Right.
But I'm glad.
African affairs.
How you doing, my man?
I am good. You sound like you're gonna be on some bullshit. Where you from? Where you from? You sound. I can already hear.
I'm from nah, brother. Trust me, I'll be cool.
Oh, okay, because I'm about to get on your ass with that. You from Nigeria?
Of course.
All right. So what's on your mind?
Now I'm just wondering if initially, when you did 1804, and then when you went to Africa, you were Pan-African. So I'm just wondering what changed.
What's a Pan-African? What's a Pan-African?
Unity and empowerment of all people of African descent.
Okay. I still do that now. I want people from Africa to be empowered. Right?
So why are they Egusi babbling talk? Why are they hate? Why are they discrimination?
Because listen what I'm saying.
Talk to me.
Listen what I'm saying.
Because let me say this one thing: we all have the same oppressor. The same whitey supremacist is attacking us from all angles. But here we go, trying to down each other. Trying to create this division that is fracturing the community, the Black community across the diaspora. And when we said we're going to support one another, that unity and empowerment it's not going to take place.
Okay. There's a common lie with a lot of these folks. They're like, well, you used to be Pan-African.
Nah, brother. You've been bigging up I've seen you. I've been following you.
Okay. Bigging up Africa. Okay, saying I'm a Pan-African.
I'm talking about Haiti. He did a whole documentary on Haiti.
But does that make me Pan-African is basically people denouncing America, talking about we all need Africa.
No.
That's what it is. Yeah.
No, brother.
That is what it is. Pan-African is denouncing America and everybody talking about going to Africa. That's really what it is, and I ain't never been that. Let's stop that. I ain't never picked up Africa because I ain't got a problem with Africa. I ain't got a problem with them now. I don't have a problem with the Caribbeans. I did the movie. I did a movie 1804 talking about the Haitian Revolution. That was some gangster shit. I loved it. I got respect for it. They teach my movies in schools over there, even down in my little Haiti in Miami, all over. I still got respect for them. I don't disrespect nobody. Y'all equate us loving ourselves.
I want you to love yourself as much as you
Right,
want
but and
to.
slow down.
But remember, Malcolm X, MLK, Kwame Nkrumah, WD, all these people worked together. And what happened was the YT folks unalived all those organizations. They used COINTELPRO. They unalived the Black Panther Party, for, the Black Nationalist Party, Black Panthers.
We already know. So you okay?
I know, but all I'm
Will y'all stop it? Y'all not telling us something we don't know. We know this thing we don't know. We know this. The problem is when y'all come over here, y'all ain't really trying to stomp the yard with us. It's too many of y'all coming over here on that stay away from the Akata, stay away from the lazy Jairs. Too many,
Tariq,
and y'all getting called out for it. No, 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 no,
there's only
no.
about 2 million
No, 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 don't
Africans.
tell about the government because y'all start, the white man made me hate you. Y'all start lying, talking about the white man. When y'all immigrated here, the white man made y'all watch a movie about us and all that. Did you hear that lie?
That's not what I said. There's only 2 million Africans in America. There's 48 million of you all. Whenever we try to unite and build unity,
How? How have you tried to build unity and unite with us?
during the BLM march, Nigerian lawyers lawyered up almost all the people that were protesting.
Because y'all finessed it to go for immigration policies. Yeah, those Nigerian lawyers came through and went from Black Lives Matter to Immigrants Matter, and y'all used our momentum to start getting stuff for the damn immigrants. Ain't no unity. That was exploitation. And then they put some of those non-FBA women talking about they're the leaders of Black Lives Matter. Many of them were non-FBA. They ran out here talking about LGBT and immigration issues. So they were finessing our movement, sir.
We were in New York, in LA, in Georgia. We're building in Texas. We're building Black businesses. We had Americans in our businesses. We support Black Americans all day, every day. We don't create all these stores that smell, that destroy the Black community. We don't do that. You're not gonna find one African that owns a business like that sells smogs, that sells smogs to the BLK community. We're not into all that. We build
Dude,
businesses
bro.
that supports Black Americans.
Yeah, but sir, you do that by default. But yeah, let's not talk about the scams. There's a lot of scams that go on with a lot of folks who come over here. If we're gonna be honest, not all of you.
Everybody scams, bro.
Oh no, no, we don't scam
Come
like
on,
that.
Terry.
Y'all have whole net. No, no,
Everybody,
no, no,
come
no,
on,
no,
Terry.
no.
Indian
Oh
scam,
no,
Chinese scam.
oh no, no, no. Y'all have whole scamming networks. All right, let's not play that game. Y'all have.
He told me not to be on no bullshit. I'm not on no bullshit. I'm trying to have a decent conversation with you, my brother.
Yeah, everybody don't scam. We ain't got them big old scamming networks like y'all be having, sir. All right. All that COVID money y'all scammed, all our tax dollars. Every time I turn around, they're arresting some Nigerian who done scammed all the COVID money. All right.
So how do we have a unified force?
Sir, here's the problem. How come
Talk
you
to
ain't
me.
unified in Nigeria? Y'all not even unified there.
How you,
Y'all know y'all beating each other brains out over there now?
brother? How you gonna say that? Have you been to
Am I,
Lagos?
what you mean I'm gonna say that?
You been to
What, are you
Lagos?
insane?
Have you been to Lagos?
Have y'all seen what's going on over there now? These people are slaughtering each other over there right now based on tribal and religious beefs in
Now
Nigeria right now.
you're lying. Now you're
I'm
lying.
lying?
Now you're slaughtering each other up.
In Nigeria, you're not?
If you're talking about T groups, then you're talking about something different. But you're not talking about
Really?
you're talking about tribes, then you're lying. But if you're talking about T groups, then I can agree with you.
Dude,
Come on now, you lying.
are you going to sit here and tell that lie?
Yeah, I am, because it's a
Oh,
lie.
okay. Y'all just Google that.